because it will only echo the average lifespan of a common cat. Since the file is itself, now it looks like now it looks like status. Now it looks like status. Hi guys, welcome to this tutorial for writing a search engine in PHP. Let's look how it works. For example, Nirvana. Okay, nirvana.com. Nirvana. Okay, it's a lot of Dutch because I'm Dutch. Let's look for partying. I don't know what it is. Let's look. Let's look for elephant. Elephants are the largest living land mammals. Okay, so it works. You can also see it gives auto-suggestions, a lot in Dutch now, but aardbei is strawberry. The Aardbei Museum, it's the Strawberry Museum in Holland. What is the average lifespan of a common cat? Okay, that's very interesting. A website that I really like is w3schools.com, and we're going to look for a search form, HTML forms. So here's a form. It doesn't look like a search engine yet, but we have to adapt it a bit. So we just take this, copy, and we just paste it and call it index.php. So let's look how our search engine looks like right now. Okay, blah blah blah, submit. No, it doesn't work, of course. Okay, let's first change this into a normal search bar like Google or Bing. So let's first change the title, the header. We don't need first name, we don't need those labels. We actually need only one text entry, and we don't want it to be do. We need a placeholder is search, and we don't want submit, we just want search. And we remove this. Oh, wait a minute, these just next to each other. Upload it and look. Okay, I want to have it in the center, like here, like Google has. So I'm going to put some divs, container, and content. We close the divs. Oh no, not here. And we put some CSS. Let's tell it how to handle an input. Let's see how this looks like. No, not there. Pixels. I'm crazy. Pixels instead of percentage. I make mistakes all the time. Okay, I want it more to the center. Like a little bit down. So, okay, it kind of looks not like Google. Okay, so the search is a placeholder, so when you start typing something, it goes away. And here it's search. Let's make it a bit fancier. It's too small. Okay. 0, 0, 0, 0.1. Okay, let's look. I just did some stuff to make it fancier. Let's look how it looks now. Okay, this almost looks like a Google entry. Okay, the search submit button should look fancier. Shall we just copy this and put the same for the submit button? I don't know. Maybe it looks nice. Oh, yeah. Okay, it looks great. It's the same. But I want the color to be different. And when you hover over it, I want to have it another color. So let's do that. I hope it has another color now. Let's look. Okay. No! Oh, it's the color for the text. I need a background color. I'm really stupid, I'm sorry guys. So, and the text color, I don't need that. But I want, I don't know, let's do it like just some other color that's similar. Okay, yeah, that's okay. That's okay. Now I want to have a background to make it more fancy. Body. I have a nice background picture that I found. Attachment. We don't want it to move ever. Okay. Oh, you know what? Now it looks good, the background. But when you go to the page, you don't start immediately here. So we add autofocus in the form. So we just open the page and we are immediately there. What we have to do is start creating the PHP code, because we have the search bar, but we have to first tell the form what to do when we push the search button here, or just push enter. So let's start creating the PHP file now. So let's make it a post form. It will post, and the action is in the file itself. So here the action is, we already need some PHP, echo HTML. So it calls to itself. So nothing happens. So now we're going to really write some PHP code that has to be executed when the server receives a post. So if the server request method is post, the only thing we're going to do is echo hello world. Let's see if this works. Yes, there was a mistake. I don't know what the mistake was. It will only echo hello world. It's the only thing it will do, but later when you push the button it will give the search results instead of hello world. This is just the beginning. Let's immediately do search entry. Let's call it search keyword. Search keyword is post. The name of that, it's called lname. Let's call it name. But then we also have to change the ID. Is that possible? So this is really dangerous now, because we have to first make sure that everything is secure. So we put immediately a filter over the entry that you type into here. Test input, it will be a function. So let's go to W3 schools security. Is there validation? Test inputs. Yeah, this is great. So we have to actually define this function, test input. I just copied it. So the input from the search bar will immediately be handled with this test input. And now we're going to echo our search. Okay, search keyword. Love. Yes, love is here. Look at that. Banana. Banana is here. Okay, hello world is going away now. So it's not a search engine yet. Of course, I understand. But it's starting to look like it. search engine. Super. Okay. So now we managed to let the PHP code handle the search entry, but the only thing it does is echoing it to the screen. And what we want to do is that it's going to look into the database, look for this word, and print the match in the results. So that's the next step. Next step is to make some kind of a database and let the PHP script search in the database for search entry. So the first thing we do is construct a database. And it sounds fancy, but the only thing that happens is that we make a text file. Duplicate database.txt, use txt. So I'm going to open the database. Where is it? Database. And make it empty. So the database is empty. I'm going to upload the database to the server. And now we're going to first just load the database. So this will just keep the same for now. We're going to load the database. Is file get contents database.txt. You know what? I'm going to put something into the database because it's not nice if it's totally empty. Let's put dog and cats inside it. So the database only consists of two words, dog and cat. So echo, I hope this works. It's going to file gets contents. Okay, this one belongs here, outside. Okay. Test. Okay, test what we had and the database, dog and cat. So let's echo and enter. And not, okay, let's do it like this. Now it's going to, so test, small test. Okay, there's the database. So we plot the keyword and we plot the database. But now we only want to plot the word dog or cat when it matches with the keyword that is entered. It's going to search into a database consisting of dog and cat for the keyword, and if it finds it, it will plot only dog or cat. So let's see how we do that. We're not going to echo the keyword anymore. So if, okay, wait a minute. We're going to run, okay, let's do if preg match oh, wait a minute, keyword, search keyword, keyword, wait a minute, keyword is search keyword. This is just how the preg match function works. Should do it like this. If the keyword is in the text, we're going to echo the whole text first. One parenthesis. So if I just do a J, nothing happens. Nothing happens. And maybe, yes, because it found dog into the database. So the D it finds, but I think this it will not find, no. But cat it finds, but now it only has to plot cat, not dog and cat. So what we're going to do, this database, where's the database? Database has 2 lines, so we're going to run through the lines, and every time we're going to check if the keyword is present. So how to do that? For each preg split as line, and now we're going to do a line. Instead of the whole file, we're only going to print cat. Yes, it only prints cat. Dog. If we do D, C it will print cat. T it will print cat. D is dog. G is also dog. So now it finds, like D it will find DO. But CA it will find cat. And empty it will find, the empty character will find in dog and cat. We have to repair that, of course. So if you search for nothing, you get everything. So maybe we can say something like if keyword, if search keyword, if not the search keyword is empty, only then going to print it. Let's see if this works. Fuck. Oh, another parenthesis. Okay. Okay, nothing but cat. So it will not print anything when it's not found. Only cat and dog are in the database. Shall we add one more word in the database? Dog and rabbit. And we'll also find rabbit. But if we type an A, the A is present in the cat and in the rabbit. So we have two results that rank the same. Cat ranked higher than rabbit because cat is higher in the list than rabbit. But okay, the T is also in cat and rabbit. So we have two results now. What shall we do now? We have this incredible database. It searches in the database. I think it's a search engine. But let's look at the next step. Let's first adapt the database a bit such that the search results look like real search results. Get Wikipedia. Okay, there it is. So this is how it looks like. So we as I said, it should be one line. So the title, let's make the title bold. Then a BR. Next line. This is the internet address that should be shown, but it also should link to the actual website. So this is the link. Then the address will be the clickable link, and we make it italic. Then the next line, some kind of description. Okay, so this is the cat. Look for the rabbit. This is some kind of rabbit. Let's take it. So the next item goes to the next line. That's the secret of my search engine. Let's do it like this. This is just one line. Yes. So now you can see it's every search item is just one line. Let's see if it's animal, vegetable oil. Okay, the elephant. Oh, this is in Latin. List of animal sounds. That sounds amazing. So this is going to be automated later. I mean, you cannot index billions of pages by hand, of course. So this is something that we're going to automate later, of course. But for now, we just do it by hand. And the automation is a later step. Okay. So we have 3 items in the database. So let's update the database. So instead of cat and dog and rabbit, we now have 3 items. Let's just see how it looks like now. Cat. Okay. Looks quite good already. Maybe one more BR in between the different items. Cat. Okay, so this is the title, this is the internet address. If you click on it, you go to that page. And I looked for cat, so maybe in this item there is a cat somewhere. There must be. Oh, communication. Communicate cats Ion. So it's correct. Cat was in this item. It's communication, but we have to adapt that, of course. The rabbit. Okay, that was the rabbit that was inside the database. Okay, and if we want all, maybe the A. Yeah, there's an A in all. In every item there's an A. So now it looks like this. It actually looks quite good already. So I think we can leave it like this and go to the automation of crawling websites. For example, this cat Wikipedia page, we're going to download it and extract this very information from this page, and this one maybe. So first we're going to index one page at a time, and later multiple pages, but we take little steps, always very tiny little steps, and at the end you have something big. Visit the website. Not afraid now, because it will only echo the average lifespan of a common cat. Since the file is itself, now it looks like now it looks like steps. Now it looks like steps. Now is index one page given the internet address. So just one page, and we're going to get the source code. So let's, for example, this Wikipedia cat article, the source code, you can of course get it like this, view page source, but we're going to automate this and extract the title. So that's what we're going to program. So first we just copy our search engine and we call it not index, but get page. Get page. So I want to see that. YouTube tutorial get page .php. Okay, this is just a search engine. What we do is we type in an internet address here, and below it will come the entire source code. That's the first step we're going to take. So, to get the source code, we just type HTML is file get contents address this. let's try this. I don't know, I'm a bit insecure now. I hope this is going to be alright. https www.cnn.com. Oh, now we have the entire web page. That was something we could have expected. Let's look at the source code. So it starts here. Doc type HTML. It's a long page until here. So that is the source code. So we actually don't need the entire source code. Wouldn't be nice. The title is even CNN now. Whoa, it's like a mixture. We don't want that. We're not going to echo, but we know it's in the database. So we www.cnn.com. Okay, now it isn't in the memory, but we don't echo it because we will see the entire website, and we don't like that. We don't want to steal everything. We only want the title. Extract title of HTML. And we go with title is. Okay. But of course we have to program the extract title function to write the title extraction of the data source code of a web page. So we start at title, we end at the end of the title. Then the beginning position is string position of the data, the source code, start. The end position is string position, again of the data. Now the end, and we start at B. The length is, let's say A minus B first. It's not correct, but later we will adapt that. And then the title is, it it's a substring of the entire HTML code, and it starts at B, and it has a length. And we return the title. And we're really happy. And we're going to echo the title just to test if this is fine. Let's see if it can extract the title now. CNN.com. Okay, CNN International up to video. Let's see if that's really the title of CNN International until video. Yes, that is correct. So with a given input internet address, we extracted the title. Let's see if it works for another website. I don't know, Greenpeace maybe? Does it have a greenpeace.org? The title is just Greenpeace. Let's check that. Greenpeace.com. Okay, okay, the title is Greenpeace. That's correct. So it works. Now we're going to save it into the database. So first we load our database. Just call it text file get contents. database.txt. So now we have our database. Let's first just add. So if you do .is, it will add it to the database. First a new line, then let's immediately do it correct. We wanted to have it bold, the title, and then the title, then and bold, I guess, then the link, yes, like this. That is the address. Then we close the link and we put the address that is visible. Okay, we don't have a description, so I think this is all. For now, the title and the address and clickable link. Not going to. Are we going to echo the title as well? No. We're going to save it in the database. File, put contents. Database again. Is it like this? Oh, database. Oh no, it's called database. File, put content database. And we have to tell it what it has to put in the database. The txt. https www.greenpeace.com. Okay, let's see. Okay, there it is. Let's look in our search engine. Green. Okay. Yeah, we have the title and the internet address. I don't know why CNN isn't working anymore. I think they don't want to give me. Oh, there it is again. Okay. Now it should be in the database. Yeah. So we have Greenpeace and CNN. Let's do CNN. Okay, there it is. Get. We have 5 items in the database now. But of course, we need a description of the page. We don't only want the title and the address, we want a description. Like if we look for video now, it doesn't find anything. Why not? Oh, I know. Video with a capital. So we have to do something about it. It's case sensitive. So we have to add an I here. Tutorial. Video. Yay! It finds it. World, for example. World is here. What is world? Oh, yeah, it's correct. World is also here. That's correct. It's working. News. Yes. HTTP. All items have HTTP. Okay, so now we're going to add a meta description to automate that process. We want to add a meta description automatically. So what we do is define description as, let's say, extract description. Echo PR and echo description. And we have to make a function that extracts the description of the web page. Function extract description data. Okay. We're going to remove this at the end. Description. So how do we do this? This is slightly more complicated than the title. Let's look at CNN again to the source code. If we look for description, it's found 152 matches. Okay, so here we have the OG description, and it's actually just in front. Find the latest breaking news. So this is what we want to have. It also has a normal meta description, and we want to have this content, but this is exactly the same. and we have a description for Twitter. So this OG description is usually used by Facebook. This description is usually used by Google, and this one by Twitter. Let's look at how it looks like at Greenpeace in the source code. So if we look again for description, this is the normal meta description. It's only Greenpeace. That doesn't add a lot of information. But the Facebook description is together we can change the world. So I think I would prefer this one, or the Twitter description, together we can change the world. So how are we going to extract it? If you look carefully, you see that you start with this bracket and end with this bracket. So we're going to split the whole source code in lines that only mention strings that are in between these brackets. And we look for description and we look for content, because we have description and content, 2 words, especially content is. And then we want to extract the string that is following content is. So we want to have this string. So let's program that. So first we say this description is empty. Then for each frag split, we're going to split this data source into these brackets plus this comma data, and we call every line line. And then we're going to look for description txt is description, the word description. This and the word content. Content is case insensitive because sometimes people write description. So if we find the word description in the line and we find the word content is in the line, we are going to add it to our description. This line. So then we're happy. And now we get multiple descriptions, and later we will just extract the one that we want to have. Okay. Okay, already echo. So let's look if this works. .com. Okay, so the title is Greenpeace, and we have the normal meta description, and we have the Facebook meta description, and we have the Twitter. Let's look if it works for CNN. Okay, so we have the title still. We have the Facebook and the normal and the Twitter description. So here they're all exactly equal, but now we're going to say that, okay, let's first extract the three descriptions without like the meta content and so only the three descriptions or more, or sometimes you only have one description or zero, but that is a problem that we have to solve later. But a lot of pages provide meta descriptions. So let's extract only the description. Greenpeace.com. Okay, this was the title, this was the normal meta description, and this is, no, don't do that. This was the Facebook description. Let's look at CNN. Okay, so we have the title and we have one of the meta descriptions which were all equal. Now we have the description. We're going to add it to the database. And where? Just after the link. So first space, and then the description. Okay, you know what? I'm going to open the database, make it entirely empty, so we have an entirely empty database. 0 bytes. So this must be empty now. The database is empty. So if we look for something now, like Greenpeace, nothing will be found. So now I'm going to add the first site to the database. Let's see if it worked. I think it worked. So now we have one item, green. Okay, Greenpeace, the link, and the meta description. So let's add another CNN.com. So if we now look for CNN, it's inside. Okay. So now we can manually enter addresses. Let's try for fun imdb.com. Didn't work. Oh, ships. The IMDb page was not loaded well because it couldn't find the title. If you look at the IMDb source code of the homepage, you find title, but they put something else before closing it. And we were searching for just title, close immediately. So we have to adapt the title extraction code. So I just did it. Instead of searching for title, bracket close, we search for title with whatever. And then start with this closing bracket, and that is the real title. So from here to here. And now it actually works. For example, imdb.com. This is the title and this is the meta description. So CNN still work. Okay, let's empty the database again. So we put in Greenpeace.com. We put in CNN.com and imdb.com. Okay, so now we have 3 items in the database. Let's look. MDB. Okay, there it is. CNN. Yes. Green. And if we want to see all, this is the entire database. So, let's see, world. Okay, they all have the word world in it. Maybe it's something nice to have the name world in your description or in your title. Maybe it's some secret. Okay, so now we can manually put websites inside our database. Let's try one site, klm.com. See if it works. Okay. Let's see if we can find it. KLM. Yes, the title, the link, and the meta description. Check in online for your trip. Let's see if it's correct. View page source. Yeah, for your trip. Let's see. They only have a normal meta description. And where's the title? Oh, it's here. Just Flüge. Let's see what it did with Flüge. Yes, everything is correct. Okay, let's add one more page to check. TPS www.duckduck go.com. Okay. Title. So now we can search in our search engine for duck. Yes. DuckDuckGo's title, link, and meta description. So we have these 5 items in our database now. It's not a lot. But now we're going to add a lot more pages by looking for links on these web pages and indexing those web pages as well automatically. So we have to build a list with internet addresses and then automatically index all those internet addresses. Visit the website. Not afraid now, because it will only echo the average lifespan of a common cat. Since the file is itself, now it looks like. Now the next step is. So now we're going to extract the links from a web page. So we have to look for links. So we just call it links is extract links. Just in the same manner as we extracted the title and the meta description, you can also extract links. We just have to write another function, and after extracting the links, we will not add it to the little item of the web page, but make a list of links and add it to a database. So extract links. So we have to write a function to write a function that extracts all the links of a web page from the source code. Links is empty. Addresses is empty. We look for this ace and we extract all the information from A to where it closes again, and then it removes that link from the string. And while there are links in the source code, it keeps running this little script and adds it to the addresses, the links But we only do external links now, or links that start with HTTP double dot. Let's see if we can extract some links. HTTPS www.cnn.com. Okay, there's only one link. And wait a minute. I said HTTP, but some start with secure HTTPS. So if it starts with HTTP or HTTPS, let's call it S. Let's call it HTTPS. It's nice. I don't think this will help for CNN. Okay, it helps. Okay, this is great. We extracted a lot of links. News, BBC Sports. Let's add those links to a database. A list of links. I don't know how we will call it. And as with the normal database we had, you get just a second database. It's also a txt file. So all my databases are just txt files. How shall we call it? List of links. List of links. It's okay. Upload that. List of links. Okay, so we now have 4 files. The search engine, the indexing engine, the database with search items, and the list of links, which is empty now. But we're going to change that. Now, here we got the database, but now we also get the list of links. List of links. List of links. List of links. Okay. What we do is list of links is add our links, and then we paste them in the list of links. List of links. Okay, let's see if that works. Okay, HTTPS. So we're going to handle the PPC again. Okay, let's look at the list of links. List of links.txt. Okay. Now we're going to get internet addresses from the list and index those pages and extract other links. So we're going to get another PHP file and we call it not get page, get multiple pages, get multiple pages. So that is what we're going to do. Get multiple pages. So instead of one page indexing at a time, we're going to get multiple pages, get multiple pages. Okay, it's still just one. So goodbye one page. We're going to get multiple pages. Okay, I know what I'm going to do. If we post something, the address will not be the entry anymore, but we will get it from the list. Guys, we're going to make a huge step now. Instead of manually giving the addresses to index, we're going to get them out of the list. So the address is no longer the thing we entered in the search form, but we will open the list of links and we will get first the first line, and that will be the address. So if we go to the list of links, we're going to enter, okay, only CNN and IMDb, for example. So now when I push the button, it will look in the list of links. Okay, the first item was CNN, and here we get the links, and it added. So first I only had the first two, and it added this to be indexed. So if we push the button another time, it will go to the IMDb and it will add these links. Another time, and get a lot of new links. Another time, more links, more links, more links, more links, more links. Let's see how the list looks like right now. Okay, it's getting longer and longer and longer. It's quite long now already. Okay, sometimes it goes wrong. But the idea, I think we understand. Another one, another one. So, if we look in our search engine now, MDP, we have quite a lot of Okay, a lot of duplicates, there's also a lot of let's look for new movies in theaters. Yay! Okay, post. Okay, that's the newest item. And all the links found on this web page. So we actually don't need to plot this anymore. Or maybe. Okay, next item in the list. Okay, something goes wrong with the extraction of the meta description. But here it goes fine. This goes fine. IMDb advanced title search. IMDb top star meter. Advanced name search. Help. IMDb Pro official site. Search. See something, sometimes it goes wrong with that. Can I just put enter? Yes. So the only thing I have to do is push enter. And I think when we do this, when I push enter like 100 million times, I think we have indexed quite a lot of pages. So I'm now going to push enter for like 1 year. And I think at that time we have indexed quite a lot of pages. You see, we already are at other domains now. Landingtree.com. I've never heard of it. So the search engine found it itself and starts indexing this stuff. Landingtree? What is this? Compare cards. Okay, these pages didn't really find a meta description. Fool.com, smartasset.com. Let's look in the list of links. It's quite long now. It's really long. It's really long. Okay, so of course I'm not going to click 1 or 10 million times on this button. We're going to automate that. But, okay, I saw something, let's see, wait a minute. If I see something interesting, I'm going to look in the real search engine for it. Let's see if I see something interesting. Okay, this is not good, but who cares? Oh, browse happy. I think that was interesting. So let's see, we indexed 182 pages right now. Where's the real search engine? Here. So this is just a search engine, it's not the crawler. Browse happy. Yay! Browse happy. Let's see if we found more pages with the word happy. No. Today. Okay, quite a lot of pages with today. Also the browse happy, of course, but Amazon, CNN, Bangrate, CNN, Bangrate. Okay, it's not that diverse yet, but let's see if we can see all websites that we... Okay, this was the first one this is the second one. And these are all the websites we crawled right now. Some items are not good, but at the end we don't find these items after we put in the ranking system. So let's see if we can find something interesting and then look for it. Football. Football. Okay, Bleacher Report does something with football. Okay, I think if you are searching for football and you find Bleacher Report, I don't think people will be happy. Like today. Bangrate, I don't think people will be really happy to find it. Okay, like news, then people are happy. CNN News, Box Office Mojo, quite a lot of pages with news. Weather, I think we got CNN. Okay, that's quite good. If we push weather, we got CNN. Visit the website. Not afraid now, because it will only echo the average lifespan of a common cat. Since the file is itself, now it looks like. Now it looks like So the next thing I want to show is how the Autosuggest function works. So if we Leonardo D, we already get Leonardo DiCaprio or Leonardo da Vinci. If you click on it, you get the results for Leonardo DiCaprio. Let's see, Titanic, Django Unchained, LeonardoDiCaprio.com. So how does that work? So we're going to work on the Autosuggest function. First, we go to W3 schools, and the Autosuggest is in JavaScript because there's direct interaction with the user. How to complete, and go here, and this is what we're looking for. Look, country, Colombia, submit. My country is Colombia. So this is exactly what we need. So there's some style. And here is the JavaScript. And here's the list of autocomplete values. So let's first copy this. Let's first copy the style thing. Apps. And it's just the index.php that will have this autocomplete function. So I put the style there. Then I put the script and we put it at the end. Something here. And we have to adapt the form a bit. So let's copy this form. So let's copy the second one. And later we're going to adapt our own form. So let's see if this works. Okay, we have we have two forms now. But of course, at the end we will just have one form. Yeah, so the first form just searches, and the second form has the autosuggest. But of course we will combine those things. Okay, this is of course not found. So what's happening here? We're going to put it here. This has no autosuggest yet. We're going to change this, combine them. That's what we're going to do. So the form autocomplete of. It sounds a bit crazy, but we have to add it. Div class autocomplete. Okay. Oh, wait a minute. I want to put some information of this. Autocomplete country. Name is my country. Div class. We don't do this. ID is my input. Let's see if we can still look for CNN. Yes, this is still working. So yeah, this. Okay, we have to adapt it. The CSS did something with our form, with our search bar. We have to adapt it later. So it's still working. The CNN, you can find the CNN, but the autosuggest only suggests countries. We don't we don't really like that. Hong Kong, and we can search for Hong Kong, but oh yeah, it's found Hong Kong. Oh my goodness. Okay, so it still works. So the autosuggest still works, but it only suggests countries. Now you can still find the things that were in the database, like CNN, but yeah, if we look for Chile, I think it will not find anything. No. maybe Germany. Hong Kong is found. China maybe? Yes. Look, it found China. There are only 150 items in the database now. So what we're going to do is adapt our form again and make a useful list of auto-suggestions, not only countries. I mean, we love countries, but if we type news, we want to have news, not only countries. So that's the thing. We're going to work on the autosuggest function. In the index.php we have this list of autosuggestions, which are only counters now. What we are going to do is put this into a database like this. Save it. Autosuggest list.txt. So autosuggest list. We're going to upload the autosuggest list. Then, instead of putting this into the index.php file, we're going to load the autosuggest list with PHP. PHP close it. Is it like include autosuggest list.txt. Like this. Let's see if it still works. Colombia, yes, it still works. So what we're going to do now is decide how we're going to construct our suggestion list. Of course you can manually put in words, but that would be too slow. So we're automatically going to construct an autosuggest list. And of course you can use user input to construct an autosuggest list, but users usually make mistakes or put crazy words in it that we don't want it in it. So during the indexing of the pages, we're going to construct an autosuggest list. So for example, with this CNN, instead of putting the word CNN in, what we do is we take the title and make that in the autosuggest list. So first the word CNN, then the word CNN International, and then the word CNN International Breaking, and maybe the entire thing. So during the construction of our database, we are synchronously making the Autosuggest list, such that all the words that are suggested are actually in the database. So that's a huge advantage of doing it like that. So we have the title, and we're going to use it to put it into the Autosuggest list. So here we're going to make prepare Autosuggest list. So we're going to load the Autosuggest list. We're going to load it. Then new suggestion is this sign, then the title, and then this sign, and I always like an enter, and then the Autosuggest list. We're going to add this new suggestion to it, this, and we'll save it. So like this. Autosuggest list. .txt, and what do we put in? The Autosuggest list. Okay. We have to separate it with comma, so we just put a comma there. But only not the last item. The last item shouldn't have a comma. At the end we just add some kind of dummy oh, and no, here. Okay. Yes. Like this. Let's just push enter. Digital content and video news services has just been added, and if everything went fine, we will see this in the Autosuggest function. Yes, digital content. Oh, but we don't see a comma. Contact. Okay, let's see if contacts. Yay! Does it find it? Yeah, it found it. Yay! And we put the entire title in the Autosuggest list, but maybe it's better if we put only the first word in the Autosuggest list and also the entire word. So first we check the number of words of the title, then we separate it into words. If number of words is 1, words 0, we add words 0. the new suggestion is this, the first word, and else, if it has more than one word, we also add the entire title. So we just made one adaptation of putting one word and putting the entire title in the autosuggestion list. This. So, one word or two words? One word and one title. How we shifted to a virtual workforce. So how should pop up when we... Yay! How? That's correct. So now we have how and how we shifted. But of course there will be more H's, one single words with starting with an H, and then later it will add more words. Visit the website. Not afraid now, because it will only echo the average lifespan of a common cat. Since the file is itself, now it looks like. Now it looks like status. Now it looks like status. The next thing I want to do is show how we highlight the keyword that has been found. Like here, Brad Pitt, it found it in the title, and here only in the text. So we're going to highlight keywords that are entered that match the results. So instead of echoing the result, we're going to adapt every keyword in it. So before echoing, we're going to say line is highlight line and search keyword. Okay, so this is a function highlight. So we're going to write this function. Let's make a function highlight this. The first thing we do is check the number of words in the entry that the user entered in the search bar. String word count search keyword and we're going to get all the words separately. If there are multiple words, search keyword 1. So you have the number of words, you have the words separately. First case, the only thing we do now is when there's only one word. Number of words is 1. So when we only have one word, what will it do? The new line is we replace words. Okay, the first word and spaces around it, only if there are spaces around it. Because else it may adapt the internet address, and we don't want that. So we change it in mark, because with mark it gets yellow. It's quite simple actually. And then we close mark. So highlighting is just marking. And we do it in our search result. Okay, so now it's could work. Okay, we have to return line. So the only thing, let's see if we can find an example where this worked. News. Is there something in the... Oh, yes! It found news in the CNN result. So for example, information. Okay, so it works. Okay, this is only to show how it works. You can do it with multiple words, and for example, news. This is highlighted, but this news not, because there's a comma after it, and we only do it when there are spaces. So the code has to be adapted, but it's all a question of, you have to watch out that you don't change the internet link, because if you have CNN and you type CNN, and it will change the internet address in cnnmark.com, then the internet address is not correct anymore. So that's the only thing you have to watch out for. So now we're going to do something really interesting, the ranking system. We're going to look at ranking system. So we have only 150 items in the database, but still we can already see that sometimes relevant results are not on top, because it now ranks highest when it's higher in the list. I will give an example. For example, we look for Sting, and we mean the musician, but it's here. There's sting, but the word sting is in investing, and it is in this cat item, it's in distinguish. So which one belongs higher? Cat, because it is in distinguish, or this item, sting? So Google uses like 200 ranking factors, and at the moment in this tutorial Yessle uses 0 ranking factors, only how high it is in the list in the database. That is a ranking factor. For example, this pre-market stocks, it is highest because I put it in earlier or because it was indexed earlier, and that's why it's on top. But let's see how we can get sting to the top. So a first ranking factor to consider is that if you find the string sting, if there are spaces around it, it's likely that it's more relevant than when there are all kind of characters around it, left and right. So if you find sting, the search keyword, and here you also find it, but here it's with spaces around it, and here it's just in the word. So maybe this is a good ranking factor. It's just the first thing we will consider, and we can consider a lot more things, but maybe it's a good idea to use the spaces around it is the word itself, and you have a higher probability that the item is more relevant. So let's first program that. So in the search engine, just this index.php, let's see what's happening. It says if we find the keyword in the line, we're going to print it. But now what we will do is wait a minute, what is this if the keyword is not empty? So this is just one thing. So what we'll do is first print results where the keyword is found with spaces left and right from it. So let's do this just a keyword, but now we have keyword with spaces. And so we want to have a space on the left and a space on the right of it. So we're going to change keyword into keyword with space. But now we don't want to print it twice. So then here we say and not already printed. Keyword with spaces. Wait a minute, I have to do this again. This. We're going to run over the database twice. First we only print results with the space around it, and then we're going to run over the database another time, and we print all the rest of the results. So that's a first ranking thing. Let's see if it still works. Yes. And let's now look for Sting. Yay! Sting is up. Yes. So, I think cat is still down. Yeah, distinguish. But Sting is now, it's a more relevant result. So I think we improved the order of the results now. And that's just one ranking factor that we can consider. Let's think of more ranking factors. So, another ranking factor. Sometimes when you introduce one ranking factor, it positively influences a lot of items, results, orderings, but sometimes it has a negative effect on the order, on the ranking. For example, because we put in the spaces left and right of the keyword, now if we search for IMDb, we don't get the main home page of IMDb as the first hit. It's only here. So that's not good. And why is that? It is because in my database there was a little space around left and right around this keyword. Here's a space, you cannot see it, but so these guys rank higher than this one because here in front of this IMDb there's a bracket. So let's take this as an opportunity to introduce another ranking factor, which is if the keyword is found at the start of the title, then it's really important. It can of course be in the title, but let's first do rank really high when the keyword is the first word in the title. And maybe that's a good idea. Let's program that. In my database, the title is with a bold symbol in front of it. So that's why we can use that now. But that's just a typical thing of my database. But if you have another way of finding out if it's the first word in the title, you just have to find out how it looks in your database. Maybe you can even say it's the first word in the title, or for me it's Now just let's see first. Let's say title keyword in title, keyword in start title. So like we have this guy. That's a typical thing of my database. So we're going to run over the entire database. Keyword in start title. Then we have to say here that it should not be printed already. So not in the start, because then it was already printed. And we have to do the same here. And not keyword in start title. Okay. Let's see how it works in this new, with this new ranking factor. I am DB. Yay! It found it in the start. Also for this one, but this one was added later. So by crawling, so the list is actually also a ranking factor, how high when it was crawled, but usually you first crawl the main domain and after that other pages on that domain. So that's one ranking factor that is really helpful actually. You first index a popular web page and then the pages that this domain refers to, its own pages or other pages. But so the order of the when you rank is when you index is actually quite good. So let's see if Sting is still, yeah, Sting is still the first one, but it was also the first word of the title, so we could have repaired this cat Sting order also by just looking at the title, but it doesn't matter. You can have multiple ranking factors, and you should not just repair one order. You should improve the probability that you find relevant results, and so you have to come up with some general rules of which you think or have experience with that relevant results have the keyword in the beginning of the title, or at least have it as a separate word. Let's see what happened to CNN. Okay, it's still in front. It also has CNN at the start of the title actually. It also has it as a separate word. So, like other CNN web pages don't even have it in the start of the title, but it's still in the title. That could be another ranking factor when you find it in the title somewhere, not in the start, but wherever in the title. Of course, if you find it, the keyword in the domain name, it's important. And I think you guys know a lot about ranking factors if you know something about SEO. You can, for example, look at how short the web address is. It's maybe more relevant than, for example, this one, which is much longer. That can be used as a ranking factor. Attracting the next generation of new customers. I think these guys know that if you put the keyword in the internet address, you get more visitors. But at the other hand, the internet address becomes longer, so maybe you rank lower for sometimes. Okay, this page didn't have a title, so shouldn't rank high in my search engine. Okay,